There you go. We just met Derek. Let me show you guys. Just be careful. Let's get on the card.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. I've got to do a selfie.
So here I am with Derek. You used to have fun, you said. And
Yeah.
you don't have fun anymore? What?
It's fun. It's fun. I would never change it for anything, but it's also chaotic. And I think when we were back in the early days, we were focusing on all the positive because we were happier. We were having fun. The culture was better. But I think what put it in perspective yesterday was more that we focused too much on the negative, focused too much on the last client that we had that was a pain in the ass, the last vendor that turned us the wrong way, getting kicked in the teeth. And then you start just focusing on avoiding the next negative thing instead of focusing on the next positive thing and the next thing that you're going to grow, build, or do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, that put it in perspective a lot yesterday that we've been doing that for a long time. And we got kicked in the teeth so much. And to other people, this may not be getting kicked in the teeth, if they've been through this problem already and they've learned it, they're not making that same mistake twice. But we haven't been through it yet, and so everything is new.
Yeah.
And it makes you really kind of get down on yourself and second guess yourself and think that you're not doing the best you can do and that you don't know what you're doing and everybody else is doing better. And in reality, they're not either. They're just figuring it out like you are.
Yeah, that's for sure. But also I think kind of, I don't know if you've ever seen the meme of, it was like a wounded wolf, tiny little wounded wolf with one arrow, and then there is like that mother, with 20 arrows, still surviving, And I think that's it. It's you roll with the punches, and this makes you stronger, and that's it. I mean, just be happy of what you've been spared, because it could be worse. That's first. And then second, I'm sure this is gonna just make you stronger, and it's gonna help you weather the storm, and then come on the other side with increased. I don't know how massive, but increased massive market sharing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, our biggest thing we say all the time is we're going to figure it out. So sometimes that's maybe bad because we dive into things too early and say we'll figure it out, finding out it was actually a really bad business move. But I agree. Yeah, I've seen that too. But also learning that the arrows don't stop.
Yeah,
they don't. It's not like you get to a point one day where you take all the arrows and then you're just done.
Yeah,
you just learn to take the arrows.
Yeah, exactly.
And be okay with it.
Yeah,
and understand that what they say, the size of a man by the size of his problems. And it's almost like you almost learn to invite those problems and challenges in, because the bigger they are, the bigger the overcome.
Yep.
And so I think, and again, my situation might be small, but what I was saying earlier is that I think we focus so much on the negative, we focus so much on the things that are going green, that it makes those problems bigger. It makes those seem overwhelming or they're, unsurmountable. And they're not. We start focusing back on the positive, got good people around you, start focusing on the things you're grateful for. It puts those back into perspective that, one, there's really not a worst case scenario that you can't get through. And two, you start focusing on the wins, you start focusing on the positive, you start focusing on the culture and your own personal development. Those get bigger.
Yeah, day in and day out, one day at a time. What can you control? What can you do today to move the needle slightly? Yeah. Absolutely.
And then you have, for some reason you have people like Armand that are willing to fly out here and help me, and help each other, and it's extremely positive. That's a thing to focus on. That's a thing to make better, and that's a thing to make bigger and better inside of this community as well. Any community, your local community, RTA, any of it, is that the more people you can help, the more it'll come back to you.
Yeah.
So
this is more of a statement, like I care so much about you, and it was like a 4-hour freaking flight, and then it's gonna be a 4-hour flight back, but it's okay. Like I slept a little bit, but like I don't have to, and like we probably could have had a Zoom call or two,
yeah,
and that's it, and that'll be okay. Because like a reasonable hospitality, right?
Yeah,
reasonable. What would be unreasonable for me to fly out, right? Well, that's it. I think this will. I think this will set a new standard, like for you, for me, for everybody, like in the community. Is like, dude, like we are brothers here, brothers or sisters. When shit hits the fan, this is how we support each other. Not just by like putting a message, oh, I'm praying for you, like.
Yeah.
Like we fly to each other. We send resources to each other, whatever it is. So I think this is the new standard. This is a new standard for everyone. That I would love for everyone. Like imagine people doing that for you guys or for me. Like someone flies to Spain, I'm like, hey, let's help you with this. That'd be the coolest shit ever. So I'm excited to see where this takes us. Me too.
And it is unreasonable. So to the point where I almost feel bad that you made the trip.
It's okay. We're gonna spend a good time.
But you know what? You're right. It sets a standard. It definitely is. Everyone helping each other win, and not just saying hey, that's a great idea, and then going back to your life and doing what you're doing. So, because that's human nature. So what you're doing is awesome, and I appreciate you a lot. I'm very grateful for you, even though we just started. I feel like I know you, and I feel like you're a friend, and
Likewise.
We're gonna kick ass.
Absolutely. Let's do it. It's Falver or no?
I don't think they would go that way. I don't think they would go from Scottsdale unless they don't like the Scottsdale vibe and Scottsdale prices. So when you go into Scottsdale, it's almost like, I don't know what another big city is like that, big area like that, but when you go into Scottsdale and get a treatment, you expect to pay.
Yeah.
And because of that, landlords expect more out of rents. Everything is more expensive. I mean, there's Lamborghini dealerships, Porsche dealerships all over the place out there. We're talking about marketing, but essentially the question is, what marketing is better, or what's better for what I'm doing specifically? Because right now I feel like we're marketing for the sale. It's more like we put the ad out to try to grab the sale right away or get the booking right away, as opposed to, and just me asking the question of what's better is to then instead get leads for getting a name and email and saying, hey, I'm interested in the thing that you're offering, giving them something of value, and then nurturing that until they're ready to book or until they're ready to buy. But in the meantime, you're building an email list of, potentially tens of thousands of people over the years that you can always go back and retarget and always go back and remarket to.
So I hear you. So Derek, that's somewhat what we're doing. There's two types of campaigns. There's like lead generation campaigns, and then there is like purchase conversion campaign. We are doing a lead generation campaign where we get name, email, phone number, like some qualification questions to see they're serious. Then that goes to your team calls. So we already are getting name, email, phone number, and all that stuff. The biggest thing is that you want serious people. When you get name and email, that's almost like an old school mentality nowadays for 2024. And when you get a name and email, you don't get barely anything. Like anybody can give you a name and email, but not be actually a client. So you want as many qualifying questions as humanly possible while not hurting the conversion rate. So you get a decent flow, and then turn them into bookings. So I think ultimately what matters to you is not 10,000 people. What matters to you is, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 bookings a week extra, correct? That's what matters to you. You don't want 10,000. We are told we need 10,000 or 40,000 or 40,000 followers. We don't care about that. You care about people through the door. That's my answer. Okay.
Okay, there you go. So we are live. Okay. Tell me the question you had again. Or the problem.
I don't remember.
When leads come in over the weekend.
So when leads come in over the weekend, we have to figure out a way to get to them sooner than later. But a lot of the leads are coming in the middle of the night. So most people are on from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. sometimes, and then we're getting leads, so we don't call them until the following morning.
So weekends and nights basically is the problem. Because you guys don't work weekends, or do you?
Weekends we don't. So.
And then the tacos with the fruit.
Oh, that's what cheese.
And then you'll scan it up with the broccoli.
Thank you. So that's again the problem. You don't call weekends, you said.
So we work Saturday. Sunday, Monday we're closed. Which is pretty typical in the market out here. Okay. A lot of them are closed on Monday. I don't know if it would be beneficial to have someone on standby just for those days. Whether it's even outsourced or whether it's, us at home taking a block of time and saying, okay, realistically there's no way I can be on those in 5 minutes throughout those days.
So, okay, so this is what I was talking with Ashley. It's critical. If someone goes from 8 p.m., maybe it's 9 p.m., maybe it's like 11 p.m., maybe it's 12 in the night, or it's Monday or Sunday. You guys don't get to them, you're losing opportunity because they just saw the ad, they were excited, whatever that time was. And now it takes like a day or two, basically, literally, to get back to them. So what I would do,
Y'all need anything else?
No.
Thank you.
So what I would do is, there's multiple ways we need to navigate together, Derek, how to do that. First would be a staff member or you or someone who could just on their phone, quickly replying, quickly getting them booked. Someone. And maybe it's maybe it's you because you care, or you because you care, it's your business. Or maybe you guys alternate so you guys don't get tired. But ultimately, what are you? You're getting a notification, you're texting, you're getting that book. And that's an opportunity to be a new customer, That's option one. Option two would be obviously outsourcing it. But I would, if you outsource it, I would try to find someone young, very energetic, very aggressive. So not only they are aggressive with the leads coming in, but they also aggressive with reactivating leads too. That is probably a position that you need regardless. A person you need regardless. Someone, and this happens. I have the same problem. We get leads. We get leads, but we don't. There needs to be someone who's I do have some. I'm training someone in that position, but aggressively attacking the new leads coming in and pushing back, following up on the leads a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, reactivating. That's a position you guys need to have. Do you have someone in that position now?
It would only be Ashley, front desk, who's calling the leads right now. So it's kind of a
past leads. No. There needs to be someone who's always on.
So you guys ready to order as well? Booking software just added an AI system that will respond, and you can put in the parameters of what it wants to respond to on your closed. Would that be something worth adding to our system or software?
That was my option 4. We are already doing it for other clients. But if you don't have anybody replying on weekends, Monday, after hours, it either has to be a person, or if you just physically can't, then you need to put AI. It's either or, but it needs to happen. It can't not happen.
Yeah, because we got several leads at 2 a.m.
That's a nice case.
Obviously not going to call me at 5.
Yeah, but
after
back
5 minutes.
texting, messaging them, yeah.
That's okay.
So which one do you guys feel like is the solution? Is it the person or is it the AI that we want to help you guys with?
I think we should explore the person option because it is more personal. I think when people get text by AI, they know it's AI. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think exploring that option or even both, having AI on during times that we're not.
Because
having us
it's
on.
a novelty. It's almost like if you were talking to ChatGPT. So people are talking really to ChatGPT. So because it's a novelty, people are not used to it. People don't think it's AI. People just don't think it's AI. It's very novel, too novel for them to understand. But yeah, in the principle, I agree. You can do a human. You can do a human. If you can't fill that void, then you're losing business, and you don't want to lose business. You gotta have a solution.
Hold on one second.
No offense to New York, but when we have clients that are from New York, even Chicago, you can just tell the difference in culture of they're just focused on more themselves and not the environment around them. And it's not a bad thing, but Justin's the same way. Yeah, where there's almost like not wasting words on thank yous and pleases and all of that. It's like, hey, I've got a thing, here's what I gotta say, I'm moving on now.
Yeah.
And in a way, you can almost look at that as a positive because you're not wasting time, you're being honest and blunt, and you're being sincere, maybe more sincere because you're being more yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I think also maybe it makes people soft too. It's because they are trying to please people all the time or get them to like you.
I hear you.
So I don't know.
This is interesting with you. Yeah. We always kind of appreciate what we don't have, you know? Aren't you guys shocked about that or what? You guys didn't know. I think Sauce Nothing knew, but I don't think that I told you guys. So there you go. I'm here. We're doing a full. We're doing a very long. We're doing almost like a documentary. Everything about their facility, what they can do to improve. So many things, and I mean, it's gonna be amazing. What do you think so far? What have we been doing, Ashley?
Yeah, I think it's really good having that hands-on, like real-time, like discussions without having the time limit of the 30 minutes that we usually have.
So, I don't know how much is that gonna cost for the extra people. We figure something out, but hey, I'm very happy that we're doing this. We looked at into the ads. You can brief Sacha real quick, tell what you want to tell, and then we can go from there.
I was saying though, like as far as the front goes, that's where we're at. Like we're spread thin, but it's like even for the front, we're over budget.
What is the over budget? What does that mean?
Well, like we have a certain budget guidelines for when we hire for certain areas. It can only be X amount of your revenue. And so in hiring Amanda, we were over budget for that. But that's our key to like not being spread thin.
Okay.
So you can take in all those little tasks we were talking about.
Okay.
And then more so free us up to be able to do all of the other needle movers, the revenue generating pieces. So I didn't say that for the clients.
Yeah.
That's kind of the gist of it, is the fact that she is going to take on the majority of those things so that Ashley can, and she's going to help Ashley too.
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley will actually be able to delegate things where needed as far as tracking, so she's not doing all of it.
Perfect.
Give me a shock and awe. Give me a.
You really hate art?
I love them so much.
Start crying or something.
You're panic attacks.
And so, but when you're talking to me, you bring that down. So just know that's just part of your character.
Yeah.
So, but is there anything about it that you see that you want to change? Anything you want to see different? Thickness, length, tail, head, under arch. And I'll point out one other thing before you tell me.
Today, I knew, Jay, Casey, that we're seeing him. I'm going to check the manual themselves with the technician, he'll be with them, and also And then there's a checkout process that we do as well when it comes to talking about the membership. If I didn't set a wedding, hey, if you had a good the one question that we ask everybody as well is when they come to the desk. Checkout process, we'll get into that as far as the end of this, where we set our offerings down point. We ask them if their experience is up to our expectations, up to their expectations. And I was like, yeah, I had a great experience. Then we asked them, would you mind if I sent you a link to Google for, give us a 5-star review, saying something nice about us. And then typically 90% of them do. So, because we send it to them right there while they're standing in. So we can increase our 5-star reviews as well. But for the most part, it's all about their experience. How was your experience? Getting them excited to come back, getting that rebooking as well. So we want them to put their next appointment while they're here, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to check my calendar, I'll check later. Well, no, we all know life gets in the way. And it may be 6 months before we hear from them. And it's not because they didn't want to come back, because they got busy. So if the appointment is booked, then it has a better chance of actually keeping that appointment and coming back. We also hold a raffle for that as well, that if they decide, I'll check my calendar, I'll come back, I'll call later. So when we do have a raffle, if you do rebook your appointment now, then they're going to be into a raffle to win a free laser hair and ear. So, and then most people at that point, that's the only thing they needed to be like, yeah, I'll rebook. Because we found statistically it's harder for them to cancel an appointment than it is for them to make the appointment in the first place. So that keeps our books busy for 4 to 6 weeks from now. So if we ever know that we're light in business, it's because we didn't do our due diligence with rebooking 6 weeks ago. It had nothing to do with that week being slow. We had to do it 6 weeks ago being not up on our rebooking score. So that's it. They come through here, they get that treatment, and then it's the last thing we say is, hey, feel free to shop around while you're waiting. Instead of take a seat, it's more feel free to shop around. It's the ball mouth, sometimes you come hit us on a ball like that, but it's more so when like Anna has the ability to go with her calm, hey, that's what they do at the Ritz-Carlton. They kind of directs them. They're saying, hey, come check it out. When they come through this point right here, these are all the hair products. We'll check and explain that to you in a little bit, but it's more on a rental situation. But we do a rebate under basically when they sell a piece of retail, they sell a shampoo, conditioner, whatever, that comes off their rent. So we take it X amount percentage for us, the revenue, and then they get 20%. That comes off of their rent, so it makes it lucrative for them. So some months they actually don't have to pay rent. Then we have all the professional products that we have to actually do consults for, to put them on skincare journeys. Those are our higher end products. And then we have the farmhouse, which is just kind of a grab if you want to type of a thing. So with these, it's like, I don't need anyone here to tell me what a bath bomb is. I can buy a couple, I have friends, whatever. And then this is kind of most of our internal advertising as well. We got the injectables, permanent makeup, laser hair removal on top. Yeah, faceless. It's a spare the menu. Our sample bar is new, to where now they get to, it's like a bar of things they can try and go through to garner that sale of problem as well. We treat the business more like retail first kind of thing, where with retail I don't have to pay labor for employees. I can just sell retail, and it's kind of a constant flow inside the business. So we're
Interesting. Is your priority setting the memberships? Is that the main thing that you want to do, or what's your priority after the first time they come? What's the priority?
So on their first visit, we always do offer a membership, depending on what treatment they're getting. We either offer package or membership. My goal is to get more people on memberships rather than packages. Memberships is a 6-month period, so I know that I'm going to have a client for the next 6 months, and I know what kind of revenue I'm going to get on the very low end from that client. And so it allows them to stay on a skincare journey, knowing, I'm on a membership, I have to come in, and it allows them to get better results. Of course, they see better results, they're more in tune to tell their friends, whereas on a package, it doesn't require them to come in at any certain interval. Like you get a package and you get one done a year. And so while packages are good upfront money, it's not as good for return.
Yeah, which is, ultimately long term, you want the recurring. Is correct. Yeah. What's your conversion rate from? That's the hard questions. What's your conversion rate for new person to membership?
The new person to membership, not current clients. New person to membership, It's about 20%.
Okay. Are you tracking that on a weekly or monthly basis?
Probably monthly. 90.
Okay, so okay, that's fine. So you track it on a monthly basis. Then, if I asked you, could you show me like, June, May, and all the past months? Yeah, the conversion rates.
Yes, the conversion might, I don't get into it. It's the actual how many we've gotten over each client, and then we can just make it a percentage. But yeah,
Okay, but are you paying attention to them now?
no.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay. How can we?
First to new, no.
Yeah.
No.
That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing, and bringing you guys leads, or we're bringing you guys leads. Actually, too, we're bringing you leads, new people. Also, there is existing people that are selecting for the ads, but typically new people, and your top priority is getting them on a membership, correct? So how do we make it so freaking irresistible that is like not 20%, it's 50%?
Yeah.
And so that would be something Ashley, you, Derek, Brittany, and we can brainstorm today, because ultimately you don't care about anything else. You want recurring revenue. So to-do list for today is how do we get, if we know it's 20%, well, let's just double check this. Step one, double check is 20%. Second step is set a new target. Let's try 20, because bigger, so let's start 40%. And then let's start tracking, let's set up a plan. Let's all of us start talking about a plan of, hey, what do we think we can do to turn that new visit into 40% recur? Like, what do we have to give them? I mean, I'm sure just 1,000 ideas, but I'm sure you give them, hey, we'll give you all, I don't know, I'm going to pick this up all here. I'm going to say, hey, if you sign up, we'll give you all this. Maybe it's just like $20.
Right.
But you just brought 149 month plan. So okay, you gave $20 worth of product, $30 worth of product, but they feel like they got all this value. They're going to leave like this, and it's now a recurring client. So whatever that, we need to create a irresistible offer. That's our work for today. We can go through the framework later today, just to remind me. But I think that's guys, I think all of us here, we can my business too. If you guys come to my business, you'll find 1,000 things wrong with my business. But let's try to prioritize the biggest things together, because I can point multiple things, whatever. Let's try to find the biggest needle movers. Do you guys agree that one of the biggest needle movers is converting new people to recurring?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other thing that you guys think would be a big needle mover other than that?
Bringing new clients in the door, I would say, is probably there's so much competition out in our industry. I would say that would be a big thing. I don't know. Is that how you feel? Once they're here, obviously, retain them.
Yes, that would be the new clients. And then when they come in, it's either converting them into membership, or in this order, converting them to membership, selling them on a journey, which could be a 6-month journey of skincare product, a package of 6 of these treatments, and that's where we would end up being. If then a membership, it's $149 a month. If they buy a package, it could be $4,000. And then we have to pay for over the next 6 months and label a product and things like that. But at least that's the upfront money. And then number 3 would be most important, is to get them to rebook their appointment. Even if they don't get a package and don't get a membership, at least they rebook their appointment, so that we don't have that list of clients that have only come in once.
Which is, we do have a high rate of gain as a company.
What's the percentage?
Is it 60?
Yeah.
Are you guys tracking, looking at trees every month?
Do that.
Yeah.
We do it. Got one. We do that. I'm not trying to bully you guys into this. I'm just
I would hear what the other one was, because then we weren't checking.
New client to membership ratio.
Oh, yes.
okay. Okay. Well, that's
So
fine.
now I think maybe it's lower than 20%. We'll get it.
That's okay. Well, listen, I love this course. This just makes me so happy and so passionate and so excited. You can, and I don't know how many times I can do this for all of my clients. We have 40, 50 people, but I mean, coming here and understanding this is like different. Like I can on a Zoom call, fine, right? But coming here is different. It's better for both of us.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I'll figure out a way where we have clients that stay long enough, or they pay us. You guys everybody listening is gonna have to pay, extra. We're not doing this for free, okay? I'm not gonna split it up.
Disclaimer.
But anyway, so the top 3 things you said: new clients through the door at the lowest cost possible that are qualified.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 2 is increasing those new clients, converting them at a higher number than 20%, and tracking that 20% month over month to see what can we do to improve it. So like making a irresistible offer. And number 3, rebooking the new people that come in for something, whether it's a package or just increasing the rebooking of anything, whatever that is, right? Correct? Did we get those 3 priorities right? Okay.
Yeah, I think if we could nail all 3 of those, or if we could nail one of those 3 each time a new client came in, we would have a much higher rate of their SMB.
And let's actually start thinking, like sometimes we need to think about thinking. So in this case, like which would be the biggest thing to worry about? Well, probably the thing that you do, everything else kind of gets solved, which is just more customers. More customers will give you guys more chances to fix everything else.
Yes.
So ultimately, if we had to focus on one of them because there's a time stretch or there's all these other things, it's going to be more clients through the door at lower cost that are qualified, that book. So this is going to be something that we're going to have to work with Ashley and all of you guys. So how many leads are we getting a week or a month? How many of those are actually showing up? Do you guys know that number? You guys probably know that number.
Yeah.
But what percentage is it now?
It's low.
That show, it's about
From the Facebook leads, yeah, it's like 4%.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So then
bookings is more like 8. The ones that show are more like 4.
okay.
So
So then now that is on our side. And that is do we do AI? Do we do texting? Do we do emails? How much do we do that? What else do we add? Like, for example, Derek or the tech, we can set it up so that one day before the appointment or even the same day, message gets sent to the tech that is responsible for that person, and that they pop up a video say, hey, I'm Brittany, I'm so excited to, hey, Ashley, I'm so excited to have you today. I'm ready to, so excited to do this high facial for you today. Can't wait to see you. She records that through automation. There's this app called Bonjoro. She records that goes directly to the customer. Now maybe we increase the show out rate, which is what we want. They don't know if it's they don't know if this is a scam or fly by night place. They don't know. That's why they but if they see Brittany or any of the ladies saying, hey, I'm waiting for you, this is what's going on, and we set up all these other things, then that's perfect. I mean, I can talk about this for years, and I'll just finish with this and we'll go. But I mean, there are not too many lady names. So what you guys could do is record a video with every lady name that's the most common. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that, Ashley shows up, there's a video for Ashley automatically pre-recorded.
Yeah.
And then, but anyway, that's too fast. Just to go back to
I like that. I think if every tech did it for their own clients.
well, they did it. They're compensated, right?
When that client comes in and whatever they do inside that room, they're compensated on commission.
So then
it means a lot to them to get that client through the door.
Okay,
so it should be worth a couple seconds to make a video.
Okay, so exactly. Okay, so then let's talk about. I hope so. One of you guys is writing this because I'm.
It's just making notes already. Oh, go ahead.
But I'm super bad. I hope. Okay. If the incentives are aligned so that the tech it's a tech's job, let's just arm them with the right weapons so they can like increase their show operating as maximum as possible. And if they understand that they are losing money, not you guys, well, you guys too, but they are losing money because it's not showing up. And here's what they can do to make sure. I mean, what are you gonna do? All is she gonna do? Like text? We've done this before with other services. Like maybe text the day before, text the day off, maybe like even an hour before or something like that, and send a video. She does those 3 things. I'm sure.
Our system to Rain does the first 2. So the video would just be a personalized touch.
Which I think would be huge.
Yes, but even the text, if it's personalized
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
you know,
Because the text right now will say, hi, fill in the blank. We're so excited to see you for your appointment today at whatever time. But the video, I think, would be the next.
Yeah, I think that would be more of a personal touch because I've never seen that. I've never seen any other company do that.
Which we kind of did something similar the other day. We did make a video for, what were we going to use it for?
For lead
yeah.
follow-up, like when we get a new lead in.
When a new
So that
lead comes in.
was Belize. Is that how you say his name?
yeah.
He tried to focus the other day, and so I downloaded Bonjoro and
Oh,
tested it out. And
good.
I
You
was
already
like, this is awesome.
That was my idea.
Well, we were doing it before, but he told us about the app.
Oh, I was.
He told us about Bonjoro.
Oh,
But
that
you're
was my
saying to
idea.
do that and then send it for the leads and all of that, but during the nurturing process, then you're saying doing it. So we send a text out 5 days prior, 3 days prior, then we call 2 days prior, and then having the actual their technician send the video and say, hey, Ashley, I'm really looking forward to seeing you. And then I think this is an idea, but what we used to do was say, you know, do you like more lotions or bath bombs? They could say this in the video, like, you know, so let me know, text me back, let me know what you want so I can have it here for you because we're going to give you a gift. And then saying that personally on there and saying, hey, if you like lotion better, I'm going to have one set aside for you. If you like bath bombs better, I'm going to have one of those set aside for you. So they know if they don't show up, that there's something here waiting for them.
Exactly.
So I think that could be another layer to make things way more complicated because that's why I love doing this. Complicating everything to the most.
No, it's just customizing it. Customizing it so they feel like they're
All of it.
it's
Like the boxes you send out. Every time it's something you've thought of. It's not you call, hey, company, go send in the box. It's like extremely personalized. So
thank you. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, it would show something like this. This would be all the videos you have to do for people in Honduras. So, like, all you need to do, like, is just like click on the plus. No, sorry.
Like these are people, like these would be considered leads, right?
Yeah, this would be considered my lead. So, like, your person would have this on their phone. They click on mic, they click on record. That's all. I have their info, their email. I can have some more information. I can record something. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Can't wait to see you again. I'm excited. Thank you so much for your business. Blah, blah, blah. We stop recording, confirm and send.
Okay.
There you go. It gets sent. So it's not that hard. We're using it for the way we are using it. We could use it better in other ways. It's like when they fill out the onboarding form, they get a custom video from me, the owner.
Yep.
So that could be
Well,
another.
that's automatic though, right?
The custom video?
They fill out the form,
Yes.
that's automatic.
Yes, it's automatic. It triggers on your phone,
Gotcha.
so you do it. So maybe, guys, like all these are and. It's not like or we do this or we do that. It's like the more customization, personalization we do, the better. Like you, Derek, or Ashley or Brittany, you as the owner sending a 10-second, like you're on your 45-minute workout or something.
Yep.
You just sit your ass down and record. Hey, thank you so much, Ashley, for trusting your business. Like how many business owners, how many CEOs have the time to say thank you? Even if it's like one in every 5 or one in every 10, just pick and send them a video. Thank you so much. It means a lot to us. And especially probably her more because I think maybe like a lady would relate more to ladies more than a man, I think. And then like they'll see her more around or stuff like that. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I think the owner saying thank you so much for your visit, it means a lot. Like serious, how many companies you've done business with, and after the owner does something for you to say thank you. You guys don't, and or my company, we don't have like I don't know 1,000 customers a week that we can't do it. You know, between you two guys, like you can knock out like 10, 20 videos a week of 20 seconds saying thank you. Yeah. What do you think that's gonna do for them? How many med spas are doing this?
Post.
How many med spas are doing this? So that's one. And secondly, the tech. You guys do those two things. The tech sends a custom video and can't wait for you to blah, blah, blah. And then after the CEO or one of the two of you guys, one of the two owners sends a thank you message. I mean, that's just going to do wonders that like nobody does it. It's not hard to set up. We can happily set that up.
And so currently all of our technicians send a thank you card at the end of every week to all of their new customers that we...
That's already above the average.
Yeah.
But why didn't you just say that again?
I just needed him to up an event.
I said I'm one step stool away from her leaving. This is all I'm good for. I'm 6 foot, so...
There we go.
You know, that's why the lobby gets so much.
If we buy the step stool, I throw it away. So I did, and I'll go over it fast, but I mean, like, this is what we have printed. And then
I love the picture of you and your team. Like, it shows that it's like a family, a team, people that you care about you. I love that.
But it allows, so I'm not asking for anything from them. I'm saying, here's our website, check us out. Like, if you have anything future, whatever. And then kind of our tagline there. And then it allows them to write something custom. So then the technician will write out something they talked about. Hey, good luck with your son's football game. Hope everything goes well. And then, you know, their Instagram handle or their signature. And then the back is also the same addiction barcode.
So I need to implement this. I'm telling you, I can learn stuff about you from you. Like, we just do this part. We just do this part.
Yeah.
And it's nice already. It's cute, but like this, I mean, I don't need to leave the QR code. Like,
Hey.
Leave a review.
I know this is all per brainchild. This is all.
Oh, really?
I said,
All of it.
why does I make
that's
them?
yours.
Shout out to Ashley.
Take that with you. Copy it or do whatever you want.
We have new ones coming that are cute too.
Okay, so
That's like the creepy
These are our
version.
old ones.
you guys
creepy
will
one.
write something for me, and then I'll keep it. How about we should think?
Okay. The one that Corey.
So what's kind of where now we're 4 steps right now is stage 1, identify the ideal client, which is massively important. We haven't done that, I don't think. Okay, to a point where we need to is identifying who is our client, which one do we want, because that person is going to refer people like them, because those are the people they hang out with. So identifying who we want more of in our business, where do they go, where do they hang out, what do they do, you know, what groups are they in on Facebook? Are they moms? Are they partiers in Scottsdale? Like, who do we want more of here? And so that's kind of stage 1 is identifying that client and then marketing to that client. Through target marketing, local marketing. And then, so stage 1 is all about filling that pipeline with those people and generating new clients. Then it goes into stage 2, which is more internally. We have the 4-step check-in, checkout process. So we have that customer experience when they come in. So we take them on a tour. We give them a welcome kit, which I'll show you that too. It's a little envelope that has all kinds of other rewards in it for second visits and third visits. So that way they say, well, you can't use that until your second visit, but it's a good deal. It's a good, you know, reward or an add-on enhancement to something else. Gives them some sample products in there. And then any of the specials, it gives them information about the membership. It's all simplistically put in there. I'll give that to you as well. So the tour and a welcome kit, and then the technician, their responsibility is building a rapport. So they have to build a good rapport, a good likeness, trust with that client as they're working on them. And then if it's applicable, they extend them an offer at the end of their treatment. So now a lot of times they're not here for an offer. They come in from a referral or something else. And so that's when we would offer more of the membership or a package or something like that. If it's a new lead, like what we're doing with laser hair removal, we actually have an offer in place to offer them. And there's a strategy around that, which we'll talk about. Stage 3 would be then, once they're gone, they've rebooked. 7 days later, we send them a thank you card. So we have them where they can write it out. They put it in the slot for next week. That's when the postman comes, picks it up. So 7 days later, they'll get a thank you card. And then we have our own tracking systems internally that I have here to where I put them on a 3-visit tracker, knowing in this industry that if they come in 3 times, they're 87% more likely to come in forever or for their lifetime value. So all my goal is how can I get you here 3 times? Once you're here 3 times, I know that statistically that will take over. The law of averages will take over. And so that's why there's the thank you card. And now I'm going to incorporate the video as opposed to treatment as a part of that, because that's huge. And then we put them in that 3-visit nurture campaign. We remove them from our lead gen and we put them in to our EMR so that they can then start getting into stage 4, which is then they've been here 3 times. We take our top 20, our top 100, we nurture them differently. Our VIP members, we nurture them because they're members. We target that, the fact that you're a member is this valuable. And then they get the ongoing every other week emails from us as well. So, and then I have a bunch of other ways we market, and then marketing that I wanted to talk to you about trying, but I know we're going to just do one thing.
I love it.
Those are like the stages of everything.
Well, shout out to you guys.
Internally.
It's already good. There's a lot of good things. I love that 3-visit thing. Do you guys track? Same question now.
Yeah.
Do you guys track what percentage of your new bookings end up being covered to 3? How many abandon you at 1 or 2?
What was the last part of that?
So what percentage of new people that came in turn into 3 visits, and what percentage just abandon you on the first one and that's all, they don't come again?
A lot. I don't know the exact percentage, but I have the numbers. And so if we have 300 people at a first visit, then I have how many people we have on a second, which is about a quarter of that. And then how many people we have on a third is about a bitty half of that number. And I have it on the computer, but
okay,
that's what it ends up being, which then you could probably say it's around 15% actually will come in for all 3 visits. Now, those visits are pretty spread out. We just started tracking this maybe 5 months, 6 months ago. Is that about right?
With Zenoni?
With the tracking, the three visit tracking sheet. I don't know if you've seen that one.
What's up, Fred?
And the 3 visit tracking, it dwindles it down to all of our 3rd visits, and then we can go back and remarket to the first visits. Asking that, even doing a survey, like, why did you only come in 1 time? Maybe that's a good idea. So I can get a better perspective of, hey, what was your experience that made it so that you didn't come back again?
Exactly. I mean, that's exactly, yeah. That's all. That's cool. And that's cool. Like even if you take 25% don't come the second, 75% don't come to the second time. I want to hear hey, we'll do everything. I don't know, we'll do everything. We'll give $50 Amazon gift card. I don't know, or Allure gift card, whatever. Yes, it's probably bad, actually. But I'll do everything to get that data. Why are you not coming? The tech was not nice. Yeah, I was not what I expected. They'll tell you the truth, but you got to bribe them to tell you the truth.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they'll just say they won't come back, but they won't tell you either, because they don't think you care. That's probably why. So, if I'm going to go to a restaurant and never come back, I'm not going to tell anybody.
But if the owner stops you on your way out, tell them.
Yeah.
And hey man, what's for a free meal? Just for example, hey, they're right. Why wait? How was your experience? Just tell me honestly. We're just trying to do our best. Oh, I don't think it's for me. We'll make that no. I don't think it's for me. Okay, well, it's what do you think we could do better? Thanks so much. I mean, and by the way, how our relationship started was you telling me that one of my team members was not doing a good job. And I was thought he's right. I looked into it, I was and Andy said something this week. Is we see big visionaries, leaders, we see people where we hope they are at, not where they're actually at. So we see what they could be, we treat them as what they could be, not actually how they're performing. So the moment you told me that, I was I looked into it. You were not the first one to complain. I took action. That person was not with us 2 or 3 months later. You were shocked a little bit that I actually listened. And you but it was right. It was right. And so she was right. That became better. We became better. It's just what made you tell me that? Because in normal circumstances, you wouldn't tell a business owner what was wrong with his business. And how can we create that for Allure?
When I had hired you at first, I was in a place where I was so frustrated with other marketing companies because I'd been with 4 other ones prior, and I'd given them some time. but I was so frustrated with all of them that when anything you could have done would have pissed me off. I'll tell you that right now. So I was already on edge, but I'm like, okay, you know, it's Arate. This guy gets called out a lot. Like, this is my guy. And honestly, too, there was like 4 other marketing companies that reached out to me, but you're the only one that called me. So you're the only one that actually took that personal step, which is why I'm working with you originally. And then I told you that because 1, I respected the fact that you were in the group. And 2, I was like, you know what? Like, I need to give you a good reason why I'm quitting, why I'm leaving you. And
because you don't have a personal relationship with me.
Yeah, no, correct though. And I expected, honestly, I expected you to be like, okay, and I'd never talk to you again. That's what I expected out of it, because that's what I have gotten in the past. And so, but also from the past traumatic event in the other marketing companies, I knew what to look for. I knew what red flags there were because of things that I had to deal with as a consumer. And so as soon as I saw some, even the smallest ones, I was like, nope, I'm not doing this again. I can't do this again. And so, but then you sent me that video, and literally of you on camera, which is, again, not something anyone does, and saying, hey, here's where I'm screwing up. I can see that now. And then you said, here's what you're doing also, which I respected, because it was more like, it goes both ways. If I'm expecting too much out of you and you didn't set the right expectations, now we're never going to see eye to eye. And so with what you did with sending that video, that right there solidified, I'm not only going to give him another chance, I'm probably going to work with him as long as he has the same heart, you know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know, too, guarded, if that was like a one-time, you know, Hail Mary, and now you're going to be, you know, the same as everyone else afterwards, but it hasn't been that way.
Thank you.
And so that's why I told you, but also I respected that you said, hey, here's where your expectations need to be. Here's what you're doing also that you could be doing better to help both of us. And so I took those, you took yours, and then we met at a really good spot. That was huge.
I agree. Yeah, talks a lot about you as well, taking credit. I mean, yeah, me, but also you taking criticism, understanding what you guys could do better, have that learner mindset instead of, oh, I already know everything, I'm already good. I love that about you guys. Brittany and you guys were discussing that before. If you guys don't have that figured out, those are the best type of clients. We don't have that figured out either. We go both into that same mindset instead of I'm telling you, looking down on you, this is what you have to do, or you looking down on me. We're on the same level trying to figure this out. So I love that. And I think just going back into Allure, you know, like ultimately, like they need to know that we care. It's like I don't know how, this is up to you guys now. I don't know how we have to let them know that Derek or Brittany really care about your experience, your every person, like your specific experience that you had today. Like really. Do you understand? Like that's huge. Like you probably can't, when someone finishes their service, they're about to leave, Derek pops in and says, hey, how was your visit? I'm the owner. I'd love to hear whether it's good or bad, and let some room for bad. I'm sure there's things we can do better.
Sorry, that is something that we do at the front desk. That is the term we use, was how was your experience today, making sure that is something that the front desk asks. Obviously, it comes a lot different from the owner, but a lot of people are actually very honest. Surprising to another employee asking them that, you know, and they're like, well, I was upset that I had to wait, or I'm upset that whatever happened, you know, so trying to get that real time. But I think it does mean different coming from an owner. I think that's, yeah. But it's like being at a restaurant, right? And the owner walks by and says, how's your meal today? And you're like, you know, whatever. But, you know, I think that's great feedback, because we do it, but we do it different. So I think that we can change that better.
We could set up an automation, different phone number, only for the owner, and a video gets recorded with Derek, not saying the name, but saying, hey, thank you so much for your visit. I'm the owner here at Allure. I would personally like to know, like triggering that from them. Another automation. Also, it's just another step. Now, like I know it's going to be it'll take us time to build every single thing. Like here, my team is gonna go crazy. Literally, it's like we're creating like a list of 1,000 things with them. But anyway, another step is a video from the owner where it looks like it's custom, but it's basically Derek saying, "Hey, I'm the owner," or "Brittany, I'm the owner. What's your experience?" And it's tied to one specific number that you guys buy. And when they reply to that number, that's only feedback. Feedback to the owner. Feedback to the owner. Now, you can't do the front. I mean, ideally, you could. One of you guys could be in the front desk before they leave, or whatever you guys can, because it's just a whole different level. But if not, then we automate it that way. But then it's just a whole different level. It's like what owner, what owner of a med spa does that?
Essentially, you walk through here, and then this is where the tour kind of begins. As she's working on a client right now. So, but that's one of our aesthetic rooms there. Alyssa. Over jelly masks as well. These are all enhancements to certain treatments. This isn't retail or anything. You get into the other room, to the consultation area. This right here is a biometric skin analysis machine. So essentially they put their face in here. It does a 180-degree scan of their face, puts them into the computer, and then we can zoom in 4K on every possible imperfection, which is great because it gives them a new sense of their reality. Like they come in and they're like, oh, I just have this, and then you show them that, and they're like, here, whatever you have to do, I'll do it. Like it's very much gives them another sense of how it really is. And it shows us under the skin. It allows us to land on the right treatment for them. And then we have, these as well show, get into detail, but, I kind of like, this is what the skin pen microneedling treatment is. These are our clients. Those are our before and afters. Nothing's stock, nothing's taken. And then it gives them all the features and benefits. So regardless of who's in here doing a consult, they may not do this treatment, and sometimes that happens. They may not, like I don't do this treatment, I'm not licensed to, but I could talk about it, and I can show them this, now have something to touch, hold, and look at it and go, oh, wow, look what they did with these clients. And these are not stock, these are our people. And then here's what we do. Here's how the treatment works. Here are the benefits to that treatment, where, again, like I said, even if you don't do this treatment, you're going to be able to tell them exactly what they're in for and to expect. We have those laid out for all of our treatments. So that way it's all in one spot. Well, before and after photos as well. So after someone does go in here, after they buy something, we try to get them not just to buy and leave, but to buy and then be invested in it. It's okay, let's go to your pre-photos before you go. So we have those on file, as opposed to someone just purchasing and leaving. Purchasing and leaving, and then getting buyer's remorse potentially. Going, well, it was a lot of money, I don't know. But now we've already done part of the process. So now their feeling is that, hey, I'm it. Like there's some companies no backing out now.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives them one, even though it's just photos.
Yeah.
But one extra little step.
And then after photos, you guys text them the photos or send them over?
Before and after, yeah. Not always. So we definitely need to get better at that. But when we get them in for a treatment and get them in back in for their following photos, we blend together and send them most of the time. This is our other laser room here. In every room, and that's everything we do. Some do you want to admit
whether are they sugar free? Just in case.
Yes, they are sugar free. So it's right there. Sugar free.
I'm
talking to you.
No, because I'm very like, they need to be offerting free, very like, hey, we're like that. So okay, no problem. We keep wearing.
So this is our laser room. We do resurfacing in here. This is our CO2 laser and our tattoo removal laser, quality switch. So we remove a lot of permanent makeup. We remove a lot of tattoos. This one here is more for resurfacing, so it can actually take your whole face off to the bone, or it can just do a very light resurfacing, a couple days, and your skin is like smooth as porcelain. Virtual microneedling device for skin tightening. So that's needles that tighten the skin essentially. This is where a lot of the painful work gets done. So for that, we have nitrous oxide behind that sign there, some other stuff that's not usually part of. Getting into, I'll show you later, but this is how it wasn't remodeled, but this used to be our lobby in here. Some of the side edge that we have up. And then in this row here, these two are share columns. These are anyone that has a laser at that moment, they will leave their room to come into these rooms. But this is where our laser hair removal, that's the new device that we had to buy because the old one broke. But this one does about 4 different treatments, and laser hair removal being the biggest one, but it also gets rid of sun damage, redness, rebuilds collagen, elastin, all that, so skin rejuvenation. But that's what this room is for. In every room too, we have cross promotions for every other room. So this one right here, it is cross promoting the ultimate duo treatment for that. So someone is sitting here, a lot of times people watching bring their friend or regular whoever, and they get to sit, and then they're like, oh, look what all this is. So payment plans as well. We do care credit and cherry. And that's what this one is. So we keep continuing back. This is injectable, so this is the rental here. And again, there's cross promotion in there for permanent makeup. And this is a situation where they're renting, but they're doing all of the injectables. The client doesn't typically know that this is a separate company. They come to Allure, and then they get the injectables, and then they find, okay, this is actually a different company, but it's within this company.
Why did you set it up that way?
Because originally, we didn't know how to do any of this. We needed to focus on what we were growing, and this is a completely separate segment of the industry. Which, we're the girl's been here 6 years. She's amazing. It works for us right now, and we'll just keep in contact and keep communications, and all of that. And so silence in the air, solid on that, like same on. This is aesthetics as well. This is Anna's room. So she does hydrofacial, which is the device behind you. And all types of facials, chemical peels, waxing, and aesthetics in here. It's very calming once the lights go down. Our second hydrofacial device here, we actually got a third one because the demand for that is with Emily's room. She's another esthetician. We've done all the same stuff Anna does. She's also a laser technician, so she can bounce into both of those rooms and this room as well. This is Brittany. Same thing, all aesthetics, hydrofacial, endermology, so like cellulite treatments and things like that as well, and then full body waxing. Laser technician, so she also bounces from this room to those 2 rooms anytime we're loaded. This Julie Garrett, Samantha good. This one is Sophia, another employee.
This is like what quote?
This one is thing that lasers not usually in there, but we don't have room because we have so many razors that we'd have to just shove them into different rooms without getting used. Mm-hmm. Aesthetics, waxing, the same thing here. With her, sometimes the lasers can be pulled into rooms to be used if we're out of room, but stock room, that's exciting, right? Mm-hmm. And then we get into this ring here. It's not outfitted completely for clients yet for the day, but this is eyelash extensions here. So Julie works here beside me when I'm in here doing permanent makeup. So that's all my equipment there for tattoos, permanent makeup, all that. And then she has her side and her storage for all of that. So constant running as far as that goes, because a lot of times when a client's here, they're sitting here and I'm drawing on them or I'm working on them, measuring things out, and they're looking fatigued the whole time. So a lot of times what I've garnered from that is that they're here for eyebrows. Well, then they end up talking about eyeliner, and then they end up booking eyeliner. So it actually sells, it helps to upsell from that way as well. No, that is, it goes. These are the rest of our lasers here. So we have, this is the one that we're trying to sell that one. I know we have 2 more devices at the back, and those are body contouring devices that are the bane of my existence. You know how you say that here. They are the body contouring devices that I'm trying to get rid of or push them and market them better. I don't know. But those are costing us. Just during the wow. And that is, that was one of those mistakes that you have to pay for the big quad inside. What's the entirety of the business right there? I know it doesn't look like this from the outside, but
yeah, well, it's a good tour for people to understand, see what is the biggest thing to want people to understand and to know about you guys if they haven't come yet here.
So from a personal standpoint, I think if they haven't been here, we take them on the tour. I want them to know our history. I want them to know how long we've been doing this, the results that we get, the education that our people have, and that we are more like a family, like you're joining a family as opposed to you're getting a treatment. you're getting a journey. You're getting us caring about you and your skin and what we can do for you, or any other treatment that we have. From a technical standpoint, I want them to know that, as far as results and education go, that's what we strive for. So it's always about getting you the best results possible with the education of its technicians, because in this industry, a laser is a laser. It doesn't matter what the brand is. It does the same thing. It just, does the technician know how to use that laser? The technician know how to get you the results you're looking for by listening to you and understanding what your real issue is and how can we can fix that. I've got all the tools, but so does everybody else. It's how are we using it differently? How are we getting the results different? And then how are we also nurturing that relationship? So that if something doesn't meet your expectations, we're going to.
So it's ultimately, do you guys have the clients back or no? Or are you guys just a number? That's all. Are you guys family, friends, or just a number, just another person coming in? Definitely there's a family feeling here. I can tell from the picture from stuff like that.
Yeah, that's always been our goal, is we want to feel warm. If you go into a traditional med spa, say in Scottsdale, it's going to look very medical. It's going to be cold. This is going to look like doctor's offices. It's not going to look like cozy blankets and warm colors, tones, different, wallpapers and things like that, to where that design is built that way. But also, it's us. It's a lot of us is the smile, the hi, how you doing? Hey, I'm going to welcome you by name. You just get that coming in, and we get that in a lot of our reviews. A lot of our reviews are, like we're a hidden gem, or we're, this is my place forever. I felt so warm, inviting.
Made me feel comfortable.
Like a lot of those words on it too. So I'm very open to that back.
I think with the phone call and then immediate text message, which I definitely love, is it touching on all aspects. Like, so if somebody prefers the phone call, it gives them that option. If somebody prefers a text message, which is, this way, we're 75% of the population, that'll give them the opportunity to respond. So I actually really like that.
Yeah, see, that's it. That change. So let's start. You guys are tracking very well. Shout out to you guys for tracking very well. Now, consider seriously, because honestly, I don't know where I heard it from, but I heard it from super credible source that they were calling multiple pilots the first good.
Good.
So it's never gonna do less.
Yeah.
That's never gonna hurt to call multiple times in a day. It's always gonna help. So I would give a week or 2 weeks of call texts, or maybe call them a bit more times.
Okay.
And see how that works out. We'll see.
For 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
And see what impact it makes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't.
Oh, I thought you were meaning call and text them for 2. How long do you want?
Oh no. The first 3 days after that, they're dead.
Okay.
Yeah. But 2-3 calls a day, text. 2-3 calls a day, text, and then the last day you can write just 1-1, something like that. But that will be probably the most aggressive. That amount of account you get probably
for 3 days. Can you know that? Yes. For 3 days only. Yeah. Okay.
And then all these people will go into this e-system. We will email them for promos, whatever, when they're considered dead. Yeah, but the first day they get 3 calls and a text. I think that's the test we do here. This cannot, the point I want to say is this cannot perform worse, because what we're doing is adding activity. We're adding activity and performance. So it only can go up, really. If it goes up, maybe it doesn't go up, it stays the same. And if it stays the same, then what I'm thinking about, it could be the problem, could be the lease. I don't know. It could not. I don't know. But these people are real people filling this out.
Right.
It's not like they're making shit up. So I think there needs to be when we tell this to clients, you tell this to clients all freaking time. And it's not like our clients are so busy. Our clients are all in the field. You probably have 1,000 people coming here interrupting. With that, with that empathy, also, this needs to be super aggressive, because these are Facebook leads. Like they know something, they put some info, yeah, they're interested, but like you all stay on top of them.
Yeah.
They want this too, and they're
Right.
I'm grateful. It's amazing. You know, I got to reframe. You know, we barely. It's not the first time, but first time coming, seeing you guys here. Amazing, beautiful place, great people. I love that it's like a family business. I really love that. I wish my wife, my future wife, and I, you know, just like, otherwise, you get to spend time with them, you know, whether you will like it's more, you know, versus like if she was doing another job, it would be like way worse, I think.
Most of the time, I have a lot of clients that have the same situation. They work husband and wife, and it makes it worse. So it may not be the thing that you think you want, may not be the thing you need, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be stay at home mom, could be better, happy.
That you guys have some, but for us, we make it work. And
Sometimes I wonder, that's what I'm like, God, sometimes women just,
I know for us, and what you're trying to say is, for you weak people, you get divorced, but for us,
that's it. Okay, go. That's what I was saying. No, it just we make it. It's not. You guys see, you know, there's bad too, but
is there? You're the only man here.
I am. Yes.
Is there a lot of drama going on? Or no?
Never. We
All
don't.
under the wall.
When drama goes on, we pull our delivery,
they just get addressed.
beat it out of them, or have a coaching session, one or the other.
But it never happens between us.
Between all of us, no.
No.
We hire people like Ashley, so it doesn't happen. We hire for character and not for skill as much. Obviously, obviously we don't hire for skill. We hire for character, and then we train to what we need to if we need to. Obviously, you have to have some skill, but I don't care about that as much as if you're going to fit the culture, if you're going to fit the team. Because one bad apple could burn the whole place. And we had to fire him. And not as quickly as I wanted to, but I had to tolerate it to do that.
Where do you want to take Allure?
That vision's changed a little bit. Before I wanted to go multi-locational, I wanted to open in other states. I wanted to open multiple locations that were all feeding each other, you know, as a like a big main, you know, like, oh, I've got one of those down by my house. And now, where I want to take Allure is I want to create one large location and maybe a couple of smaller ones, and that's it. I don't know what I want to do with it after that. I think if I can get them to run that way and run successfully and be profitable, the margins in this industry are huge. I think at that point I would reassess and say where I want to take it from there. Because to chuck backwards from anything bigger than that right now is a bit overwhelming. And because I know that, and that is a pretty big thing to say anyway, is even just one large location and two smaller ones that only house our most popular services. And then to get those two to feed into more of that larger location with things that people travel for, like full-out resurfacings and things that are hell on a downtime or almost like surgery. They'll travel for those. They'll travel for permanent makeup if you're a good technician. And so I think having those two smaller ones feeding the larger one within, 7 to 10 miles, something like that. That's it. I don't know if you were looking for like a grandeur vision of Lion Wolf's farm, an empire, because it was at one point, and I had to kind of, I couldn't see next month focusing on that. But as that becomes, if it gets to that point, I mean, there could be margins of easily out of random off the profit. And then we move on to there. And it was a question, and maybe this isn't for video, but I mean, it's go ahead, where I don't even know if you have the answer. Is that I hear people saying all the time to focus solely on the business that you're doing and don't expand and don't go do other businesses at the same time. Don't go do anything else, because then you're separating your ties between. But I've always gone back and forth on that and saying I don't know if it will be
with the knowledge that I've had over the last forever feet. This business in particular is extremely complicated. When I talk to other business owners, their businesses seem, and it could be wrong, a lot less complicated. They're very linear. They're very like, I do three things. Whether it's a landscaper or, an AC mechanic or I don't even know. It seems like almost any other business would be easier systems, more simplistic.
Well, it's medical, it's a regulated industry. That's important factor. But I also think the grass is greener. I mean, I look at your business, I'm like, this is cool. You don't know that you want to understand, like, how, they're like 4 or 5 cities broke, like what I've been here today, big things. Like a client asked us to remove something, and I saw it, and my team knew it, and I didn't do anything because I knew what team was on it, and they were not on it. So anyway, it got worse. Yeah. So yeah, I think it just looks easier from the outside looking in. I think what ours is just still a lot of headaches. But yeah, I think you have this unique opportunity. You've been in the industry say like forever, basically, right? So it's like it was family business. Went out to you do your thing, came back. It's always been in you. Like if not you, then who is qualified? Let me ask you that. If not you, who is qualified to run this business?
I'm hard to anybody. I don't know.
Okay, well there you go.
Not the way we do it.
There you go.
I've met a lot of people in the industry, and they're not just based on their mentality.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm dumb.
No.
Maybe I'm hitting my head against the wall.
No. But what's been like your happiest moment all this time since he's been at Allure?
The happiest time frame was when we first started. When we just got that lobby was remodeled 5 years ago, and everything was new and fresh, and we were a lot more ignorant. We were a lot more optimistic. We were a lot more positive. Most of the decisions that we made at the time too were all low-hanging fruit. And so a lot of the decisions were just easy, like, oh, how come we're not doing that? And then we would change it, and it would automatically start making revenue. Once we ran out of the low-hanging fruit and realized that we didn't know what we didn't know, then we started to know that we didn't know things, and we moved into these different stages, and then it became, every month or every year that went by, it became a little bit more burnout, a little bit more like, well, every decision that we make now is even more crucial than it was before. There's numbers a little bit more, and now the business becomes all about the numbers, and it becomes all about how are we going to make next month or whatever. I got all these employees too that I have to make sure they get fed, that they have a good career. It happens. The responsibilities stacked, and I think that time at the beginning was where we were the happiest, I guess. But I don't know. I think it was just because we didn't realize some things, and that we were just.
I think I was actually more miserable when I was smaller.
Yeah.
Because I felt stagnant. I felt stagnant for like 2 or 3 years. Same place, like grew a little bit, fell, stayed here in the same place for 3 years. That felt horrible. Even if it's now like this slow growth, this is like what's happening. We have team members, we have more stress, but I feel like everything is worth it because, we have like 12 people that have careers with us, that depend on us. That makes me very proud, Before it was just about me and it was stuck, and it's hard to I don't know like how you feel, but like for me, yes, it's harder, but it's also, it's a bigger mission. If not you, and not me, then who?
Yeah, I know, I agree with that. I agree with that last part too, saying that especially in the position that we're in, that if you're helping me, I mean, I'm in turn, that's going to only blossom and helping helping as many people that can help as many people. I mean, just that, I guess, that deserve, the people that are willing to put in the work and willing to do what needs to be done to help them out and do it, creating that community. So, you're right, though, because again, you can start a marketing company, you can advertise and do all the things you want on a computer, but it's the personal touch. It's I need to see how this runs, I need to see how this works. And then on my end, it's the same, that it's my this happens. But my goes, no, we're not incoming. It's, if not me, then who is it? Yeah. That's been a struggle to get to the point where I'm confident enough to know if that's me, that that's Brittany, that that's, us, the team. Because that's been a big struggle, is thinking that, you're not at that level to be, who you're pretending to be, you know what I mean?
Imposters in there.
Which I think I can't remember who it was. Somebody posted that just the other day. And that's one thing I've learned a lot, is that you can look at people, you can put them on pedestals, you can say, they're the best, but that when you do grind it out, get to know them and get on their level, you quickly realize that it's like, oh, you guys are all the same. You're all dealing with the same things I have. I thought you guys had it all figured out, and that happens at every single level that you get to. And then it makes you more confident, yes, for your level and below, or what you perceive to be. But I think you always kind of have that, the imposter syndrome, I guess. I don't know if I like that word, but it's just the lack of confidence, which I think is if you're stacking wins, like you were asking me before, what was the best time? It's when you're stacking wins. Because when you start stacking losses, your mindset shifts to like, maybe I'm not as good as I thought.
Yeah, I think, I think we need to consider we need to redefine, I want to win and I want to lose this, osmosis. For example, if you do your critical things for the day, like you do your workouts, basically you do 75 hard, and you do like the 5 critical things of the day, you're already more. Despite what happened to you or how much did you get punched in the face, you did what was in your hand. So that is a win, despite everything else that happened. And I think if we look at it that way, instead of, holy shit, all this shit is going wrong, you start, being able to dig out of the hole, And I think you're being very hard on yourself overall. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're working out, right? You work out every day? Mm-hmm. You can do 75 fire or no?
I'm like 8 stale.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, you're adapting.
Yes, yeah.
That's all?
Which I know I've come to the term that feeling is part of the program. So it's just that you keep going and going and going, but I won't do it. I won't do it with any compromise. So that's why I forgot a picture the last time on day 28. So the picture I forgot and I had to start over.
Yep.
So I think reframing that is a good way to do it. Reframing what is a win, because we don't ever celebrate. Right?
No.
We celebrate anything ever?
Not, you guys do your banana.
We give a trophy. We see the trophy, the banana. Oh, it's literally just a banana trophy.
You celebrate like the employees.
Not as much as we should. I'm terrible at employee recognition.
Because you're very hard on yourself. True.
No, when anyone walks off, you're doing a great job. Right. This was the next point.
And I think you're right, though. I'm harder on myself, and therefore I'm like, I never celebrate myself. Maybe that's why I'm hard time celebrating others, because, well, that's your job.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I also, on the other side, Andy says, I'll tell you when you're doing a good job, but if I can see you're doing a good job. If I'm not saying it, then like my team hears compliments from me like very rarely.
yeah.
Which is, when it is true, it's true. When I notice it, it's because holy cow, crowd, holy cow, you did a good job.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what book or is it Hospitality was saying like 10 praises, 1 criticism. 10 praises, 1 criticism.
10.
10.
Yo, work to do there. Oh, well, then.
Okay. Things I noticed with that too, though, is in depending on their character, is that there's praise, then it sets a bar, and then sometimes that's a bad thing, because then it's like, oh, I did this, I got praise, so all I have to do ever is just this thing and get praise again. So, and I think Andy talks about something with the pet house, the dog house. You seen that one? That was a good one. Putting people in the pet house but not leaving them there. Just because they had all run one time doesn't mean that they're forever to be the wrong thing. And just because they did something wrong, you don't leave them in the doghouse. You bring them back up and you say, okay, like we're good. And so some companies will leave them in the doghouse forever until they become a cancer, or leave them in the pet house forever until they realize that they don't have to do anything and get praise of a ton. So balancing that out too, I think, is 10 to 1.
What do you think is the key to finding like great employees?
On a technical standpoint, is getting a referral, but on a theoretical standpoint of finding, it's doing multiple. Tell me what on the right rook. I mean, it's doing multiple interviews in environments that aren't your office as well. Getting them into a different environment, maybe being at my restaurant to do an interview. Maybe their second interview with a different person. So they may get an interview with Brittany, might get one with me. And these are all mostly the ones we just find online. And having that second environment and that location to see how they interact with the waiter or the waitress, see how they interact with you in an environment that's not clinical like this. And then once you decide, hey, this is the right person, you're looking for, we have the 3-tier piece where we look for, can you lead? Can you do sales or communicate on the board in there too? And can you take initiative? And so we look for those 3 things, and then you can add it hustle. And then taking in those things and making sure they have those characteristics, and then having them do it working here. So then we'll have them actually work for a day without a hire. See if they mesh with the team. We get feedback from the team. Hey, what do you think? Because they're going to be working alongside you. And if they pass all of that, then they get to work here. And I think for us, that's been working well. But even then, people still get through. That you find out that was the best of the best you're ever going to get out of them. And then they show up as a different person. So we've had that happen too.
Yeah. The only that effort for and all that effort to one like some of them back.
I know, it's frustrating.
Oh boy.
You feel bamboozled. That was a good word.
Yeah, that's you get what you saw. But I have 2 questions for you. 2 questions. What message do you have for future prospects that don't know you here in the Tempe area? What do you want them to know about you guys?
Prospect clients, or prospect employees?
First prospect clients and then prospect employees.
Okay. Prospect clients. The thing that we would want them to know is, I'm gonna go a different route on that. You got a choice to go anywhere you want to go. Going somewhere where they care about you treat you like family, bring you in, where at the end of your treatment, you're getting a hug and not just, a bill. The education and the results, again, lasers and anything else, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, anyone can get the tools that they need for the industry. But when you look past all of that, who's doing the treatments, who's doing the work, do they share your values? Do they care about you? Do they care about your result at the end of it? Do they care that if you're not satisfied, you're going to make it right? Everyone's going to drop the ball. Everyone's going to screw up. It's more so, how do you handle it? How quickly can you handle it? And how can you handle it to make it satisfactory for them? Because I think if you screw up, I think some of the best clients we've screwed up. And we've fixed it in such a good way.
Give me an example.
So, we have one, I can't tell you her name, but we have a client in particular that there was an incident with the laser. She got a little burn. It's not a permanent thing. But the way that she had let us know right away, we shipped her some product immediately. Say, start using this, put this on, and then we're going to go ahead and the next time you come back, we're going to give you your next treatment for free, just to show you this isn't normal. And then there was more to the story. There's a product she was using prior that she lied about or didn't tell us. But ultimately, the way we handled it made her, because she told us this, understand that it was like, hey, when something didn't go wrong, you didn't even want me to come back to pick up the product. You guys said it to me directly. You guys made sure that I wasn't inconvenienced, that you were taking care of the problem. You followed up with me the next day and the day after to make sure things were going well. And then getting to a point where we could look at the healed result in person, make sure everything was good. Let her know too that even if it wasn't, we could fix the result of something that had happened adversely anyway. And then we would do that until it was fixed. So that's one example right there of, hey, that actually cost us money. But in the long run, it cost us far less than leaving a client just to their own devices and in a bad mood, pissed off, no follow-up, no conclusion to this. I'm never going back, but also I'm going to tell everyone I know not to go back. So even though it cost us more to do that, it ended up saving us more in the long run, which I'll never know what that is, but I know it's not good.
Also, great story. What about future employees?
About how to find good future employees, or what?
No, what advice? Question. What do you want them to know about you? Because there's plenty of opportunities out there to join a company. Why should they join you? What do you want them to know about you guys? Why should they come to you? Why the best people should come to you?
So I'll say the surface area is that we have more education. I know we educate our people more. We have more trainings, more events, more opportunity to learn here than in any other med spa. I know that for a fact. Because we spend a lot of money and time making sure that our people are the best and that they know every little tiny detail that they could know or working on a client's skin. So when you come here, you're going to actually, even if you're only here for a short time, for whatever reason, you're going to leave better with more knowledge, more skill, or technique than you could have got working anywhere else. That we have to pick through a lot of people. We have to pick through a lot of candidates before you're even able to be part of this team, because the team is so tight-knit, because we're such like family, because there's no drama. And your ability to make a career out of this is better than most places I've seen. So, we have a lot of systems where they're tiered, to where there isn't really a ceiling with it. You can earn if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to learn how to build rapport, trust, to give enhancements, upsell, packages, memberships, the whole thing. If you're good at doing those things, there isn't a ceiling at all for you. There's always, as we grow, there's always going to be positions for those people. Always going to want to hire from within if it's possible. If I see someone with that talent and that ability, you want to keep as much of that in-house as we can. So, for example, with Ashley, she's killing me to want someone to work for her and help
Yeah, I have
to get it.
about
The budget is anyway, but she does more than I could expect. And we've told her in the past too, like if we get to a point where we're growing and we're winning and we're stacking when you said if we get to a point where we're stacking those wins and we're able to do things like that, it's not only going to be to where we're going to have to be able to expand our marketing side of the business, but that she's going to actually be charged of the whole thing, because of her experience, because she knew where we came from. They couldn't ask for anyone better to be an audition. So we always want to do that, nurture them with it. So we've been told by damn near every rep that we've had come into the company, every salesperson and every event we've been to, we at least get told once from all of those that, they like coming here. We have reps come in and just hang out sometimes because we don't want to go to their next account because it's this med spa. I can't stand talking to them. I can't stand anybody around the team, whatever reason. So just on marketing, potentially to attempt, I don't know, but things that we've gone across Yelp, I don't know. I hate Yelp. Sponsorships, so like sponsoring golf tournaments, sponsoring schools, high school football teams, or those things. I know a lot of that just goes to the school or goes to whoever, but a good cause, but I don't know if anything that's return goes, so that's just branding. B2B.
Second was the branding. Well, so that I didn't know.
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
B2B cross promotion. So getting with our local businesses around here, cross promoting in some way with them as well.
Yes, that's 100%. That's 100%. So when there is upstream and downstream partners that you have, upstream come before you, downstream come after you. So what do they do? What are the industries that come before you? So I obviously don't know in your specific industry what comes before. So let's just say, I want to say like maybe bridal, anything like marriage based. Well, I just got engaged or whatever. Those people, wedding planners, probably are before you guys, right? Because they want perfect, right?
Yeah.
So the wedding planners or anything wedding would be upstream. Downstream would be, okay, you got your face done. What else do you want to get done? Maybe your body. That would be because you guys don't do anything surgery. We do breast implant surgery. Okay, so but then they want to, right? So then that would be a downstream partner.
Yeah.
And so if I was you, I would find every single upstream partner and develop relationships with them, and then every downstream partner and develop a relationship with them. And so you're all.
So if I'm hearing you right, it's, let me say, the upstream is what they're doing prior to coming to you.
Yes.
So maybe they get massages all the time, or maybe they do something to enhance beauty, but not to this level.
Exactly.
And they're working their way towards that.
Exactly. Those people should be having those $50 gift cards or something else.
Yeah. We're just the next logical step.
Yes, because I don't know if the $50. I mean, $50 is appealing, but a free hider facial sounds like even more appealing to me. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it is. It's just for us, it's a product cost situation. But what the product costs on signature facial is even less than
even hydrofacial. What product cost would be?
Oh, that's what I meant. That is winter hydrofacial. Is less than $50.
So that's something we need to look into, is maybe altering those a little to give away a hydrofacial valued at $200.
Yeah.
So
I would make a list. I mean, there's a lot of things. Like, this is the thing. Like, there's so many things that you guys. Like, I don't even have email marketing set up for my company. It's ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Do you have email marketing? You have emails. You don't know.
Yeah, in some small case, yes.
We don't have emails going out like to prospects and to existing clients. It's ridiculous. But still, we're doing well. But it's ridiculous. So all of us have these things. It's about staying in business and doing the next big thing that's gonna have. So one of our core values, which is one of my favorites, is called multiplier mindset. Multiplier mindset is the mindset that our employees and I need to have, so that I have the mentality of the little hinges that open big doors. I need to tell you about the little hinges. If I start telling you about all the things that you need to do, you're gonna get overwhelmed, nothing's gonna happen or whatever. But if I tell you, you know what? Biggest thing we can do today is like increasing your number of leads, so that then we increase the number of bookings. So we need to increase the number of the leads first. Then we need to increase the next step, which is percentage of bookings. We need to increase. How do we do that? Well, we'll see. Then we need to increase conversion from booking to membership. You know, those are the biggest things that, for example, you guys need to work on. But all these other things, it's like you don't have them at a time in the day, Derek. Neither does Ashley. Let's just be realistic for a second and say, does all these other shiny things matter, or does this main thing, which is more leads, more bookings, more deals with more members, you know? So that's my answer. A lot of it is, a lot of this is like, you got like 4 or 5 people in your team, you got to do all this. Like, the answer is never gonna be go. But it's when you have resources to do that's gonna have the biggest impact.
Yeah, that goes back to delegating properly and having the right systems in place.
And prioritizing, yeah.
And it's a point that frees us up to continue to move the needle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that you said shiny things. That's what we do get caught up in too. Cool. Especially when something is working the way we want, instead of continuing to say, well, let's tweak it and keep going. Let's tweak it, keep going. Sometimes we're like,
it's easier to try something else.
Oh wait, this is new and fresh and exciting. And it might work better.
It's a muscle. It's a muscle we need to develop. It's a muscle. Just like going to the gym is a muscle, focus is. Right, listen. Focusing marketing is a muscle. Our clients' biggest problem is that, one of our biggest problems is that they get a result and they don't come back for more coaching to get even better results. They don't have the focus to work on their business, not in it all the time. They need to find time to work on the business to grow all these things, and they can't. I mean, you too. It's all of us. You guys need to find, or all of us need to find 1, 2, 3 hours a week, like, to build the systems, fix what's broken, look up and see what's the vision moving forward. You know? Yeah. What else you got for me?
Okay. I mean, there's the B2B was the one of them. We have, Chamber of Commerce, which is networking. Networking events, we could go to more of those. I don't know how lucrative that is from a client standpoint.
Networking events, past results. Here's what you're gonna do. Networking events, past results. 1 to 3 networking events, results 0. Bam, you rearrange the whole thing. Not bad. I don't know. What was the other thing you said? You said sponsorships. Try it 1. Did it work? No. Well, remove.
Yeah. Okay. Streaming. So I know now we're getting into more money, but I think as far as like streaming on Hulu, Netflix, any of these like.
Shut it off. Shut it off.
Radio.
I'm not doing these. I'm just saying these are ideas that I write down.
That's fine. No, that's fine. I have 1,000 ideas too. But shiny object syndrome, me too. YouTube though is different. YouTube is how we, for example, got to know Andy a lot of us, like the day in the life of the owner of Allure, or the ownership, the day in the life of the social media person, the day in the life of a esthetician, or of a tech. That's interesting to people. Like, they want to know, I don't know if I told you guys this, I don't know if I'm probably to many people. They want to know who they're dealing with. Like, imagine this is what you guys will have in like literally in 2 weeks or less with us. You will be able to say, like, you will get the phone thank you so much for working with us, Ashley and Derek or Allure. Here's the people that are assigned to your account. Hacho, media buyer, video, like 10-minute video about Ken. Who is the other person? What do they like? What do they don't like? What is its favorite part of the job? Now you know that person. You have the opportunity to trust that person. Like the worst thing, or one of the worst things, is when you go into a new establishment and there's no trust, there's no rapport built. But if there is a video, like, has it ever happened where you guys went to somewhere and you were already with the people from social media? Like, there's already this connection built. They don't have it, but you already have it because you've seen them in their photo.
People say that about like our social media, that
The ones that have been following for 6 months but have never been here, they come in and they already feel like we're a friend.
More of that.
yeah.
More of that.
I feel like I need to see more individuals of
More of that.
them, but I think that that is like a goal of our, like when I do my organic stuff, is to
Yes. Good.
about the people here.
This is more a question of us.
So streaming was the shiny thing. Email lists for sale. I know that people do that. They have to lead, they don't have to list.
You buy
sell lists.
You buy an email list because you don't have an audience or you don't know how to build an audience. But we are building an audience because we are doing lead generation. You know what I mean? We are doing lead generation. So we already have the list. You don't need to buy a list. Our list is better than their list that they will give you. Because we are targeting people in women in Tempe, 30 plus or something like that. We are already getting the best leads that we could.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need their list that they took from nowhere, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Having a mind.
But isn't it like great that I get to tell you this? It's almost like if I went to you and I was like, I don't know what treatment to get done, and you were like, you know what, 80% of this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's what you have to focus on. So this is what I'm doing with you, you know.
Okay. I like it.
And you tell me that I want to know what is the 80% that's BS in your investment.
Hide your face. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
A monument sign out front, as simplistic as that is, but just road signage.
I'm not an expert in that. I can't tell you how much that impacts.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. It could be interesting right here.
I mean, it's happening anyway without my cost. They're going to do it. Did you?
Someone with a sign dancing next to the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, sign spinner. Yeah. Actually, that was the last thing I had. Because the other 3 notes are notes that I got from you. But I mean, currently, I think the only other thing we're going to push into now is influencer marketing. Like micro influencers, I think you guys talked about.
Yeah, I told her about that, but he kind of said to like basically pair focus toward one thing more.
Yeah.
He said it could be good, it could not, but that's why I said I really wanted to get like the back end of things situated, because I knew it was going to be a lot before I implemented anything. But
I can agree with, especially if we're going to start doing more with Facebook, I'm doing more ad spend and doing more A/B testing and targeting and getting this list built. If it's pulling away from that time, then maybe we need to do it. Still keep doing it, but do it slowly.
the influencer thing,
Yeah.
I don't think I feel like maybe I should just wait.
Okay.
Either you do it right or you don't do it.
Yeah, I have like something in mind, but I just like I know it's going to take like more behind the scenes than.
Okay. Well, then maybe when we get the chance to talk about timelines and all that, maybe we'll fit it in somewhere. So, before I market thank you cards is Zenoti, so advanced marketing was Zenoti, and that's what we were doing was we take them out of the lead gen, like high level, and then put them into Zenoti. Now they're no longer being marketed to on high level. I think that was also a question I had from you. They said, high level is going to serve that purpose of nurturing that lead to a point where they book. And once they book and come in, now their information's in my EMR system. And that EMR system is going to nurture them and retarget them as an audience based on hasn't been here in X amount of days or has had this treatment but not this treatment or whatever
audience that they fall into at any given time.
What's your question?
So is that thinking to this high level, do you want to continue them at high level, to continue to nurture someone who's already booked through high level? Or just keep them at REM or system as an Allure client and not as a lead anymore?
I mean, what's
Gets more personal.
I mean, I don't know knows it already well enough, but if you can't text them email,
Yeah.
then you can just keep doing it on literally.
Because the issue, and the issue we were running into before was that high level has a different phone number. Zenoti has a different phone number. So what happens is now they're getting 2 text threads on their phone from 2 different numbers.
Very interesting to watch.
So I think once they come out of high level and they book, they're getting nurtured as a lead. Once they book, they go into Zenoti, they become all Zenoti.
I agree.
And all personal attachment there.
Perfect. That's fine.
Google reviews. We also run Groupons for very low-end services. And the only attempt to do that working, it's working. It's the only thing that's ever worked for us continuously. We've been running Groupons for 14 years. But we run them with way more people. 3 of our top 10 clients came from Groupon. They spend about $11,000 a year.
11,000 a year. I mean, talk about a good client.
It's not that way. It's a very low percentage that come in more than once. But what happens is we market something that's extremely inexpensive for us to perform. And usually they're about $20 to $30 treatments. So they come in, they get a chance to see us and know us. And the ones that stick around are the ones that aren't, they call them Groupon people. They just bounce around, they want a Groupon, but it's not everyone a Groupon.
Yeah.
Because the ones that come in that stick around are always like, well, I was just looking for a new place. My place closed down, or I just moved to this state. I'm looking for a new place. And so they're using Groupon as a cheap way to see where they want to make their home.
Yeah.
You know?
Of course. Okay.
So we keep doing it because we do it exclusively.
I mean, if it's free code to client acquisition, it's free client acquisition. We're even that's all. I mean, keep doing what works. Keep doing what works.
We've been told not to do Groupon a lot, but it's something we've never stopped because,
I mean, unless you see that it's affecting your good clients are going there because they know or they find out or they go there and then like there is such a thing I think as training your people to be discount hunters. So as long as you think it's not affecting your core audience, then you can keep it. It's up like you. I think you have better intuition of that situation. You have more context to make a decision than me.
Yep. I think we established that. That's part we got over a lot. Is that we set expectations so that they don't become a discount client. We've had those. So we had a lot of them in the past. We've had to get rid of. And once we set that expectation, they either don't come back, which is fine, or they understand. They say, you know what? I don't care. You guys are so good. I'll pay full price. And so we've gotten away from that standard over the last probably 5 years.
Yeah.
Of just having a bunch of discount clients. So our own personal social medias, which I severely lack at. That is if I had to work on anything and take away anything, that's why the calls we were having for the commitment, what do you call that?
Yeah, the
Humility?
Yeah, commitment.
That was going to be my that's my thing.
In 2 days we have one. Come.
Okay, I'm good on school.
Yeah.
I think I got on the wrong call last time, but either way, that's my piece is that I'm horrible at hosting my own stuff because I'm so logically, I know you posted a video I watched. I think it was at the summit. I can't remember the guy. TJ. And I'm like, okay, that's everything you say is true, but logically it's true. But then once you start to try and get in front of a camera, it's like everyone's gonna hate this. This is terrible. No one can. You come in here today, you see everything, and it's like, I come here and I go, this is just another day.
Yeah,
Things that I'm doing aren't as interesting to me as I guess they would be to somebody else, and I have to get over that.
Yeah.
So So someone's going to learn something, or someone's going to take something away from him.
True.
Like our own personal social media is sort of our big. So that client that was here earlier was supporting social media. So she saw her browse. I was like, I'm doing it. And then already had a relationship with Brittany, so that happened. Internal cross promotion is something we do as well.
I did like I like Derek, I am gonna keep telling the same thing. Do you even have time? Like
To post.
to post on your personal? Why do you like I want you to question every single thing that you've been told to do. Because you've been just told to do it. Like there's so many things we are told to do. And that are not necessarily necessary. You need a website. Yeah, we need a website. My website was done in 2020. We've grown a lot, huge amounts since 2020. That website hasn't been updated. It's all been through, it's fun, it's all been through one-on-one conversation that since you grow. You need a website, it's absolutely essential. Like, what do you really need? What you really need, like I hate to sound like a broken record. What you need is more leads. What do you, like, forget about everything else. You need more leads, more converting more of those leads. So more leads, more of them showing up and converting more of those. Yeah. That's what you need. I don't care about anything else. There, I would and I also need that person. But like you need, all of us need one person that's gonna be like, hey, these are the 3 things for this month for you to improve. These are the 3 metrics, Derek. These are your 3 metrics. I don't give a fuck about everything else. I don't give a fuck about all this here.
Yeah.
Your 3 metrics are these. What are you doing every day to increase all these certain metrics? And whoever is in marketing. For me, I have certain metrics. Mine are outreach metrics and very similar metrics here as well. As show up and like more leads. My metric is more leads for business. So that's what really matters.
More leads, more conversion.
More leads, more people showing up, more conversion. Yeah. So more leads. Yeah. So now here's another thing. How do you get more leads? Well, by doing an even more exceptional job. Like Charlie Munger had this quote, one of my favorite quotes, says it's on $100 million leads. Says the next source of your work is in the work in front of you. So your next client is in the work in your table. That's where your next client is. So maybe it's not. It is new clients. It is new leads, getting them to show up and converting you. But Goldberg doing such a freaking awesome job in the loyalty circle that they refer, that they have no choice to refer. That's another way. That's, So yeah, I think we're all talking about BF that we need to do in marketing. Oh, I need a video for my personal brand. Oh, I need to build my personal brand. Yeah, you do need to build your personal brand. Yeah, it is important. But you don't have millions to spend on your personal brand, and but you do have a business that if you poured more into to get more leads, to convert more, you would make more. But you're focused on your personal brand that has zero momentum, that you gotta take off the ground, when you could just build this that has momentum, has all this shit going on, and you can turn into something great. So then you can work on your personal brand. I think in marketing, like, is the ultimate place of shiny objects in Europe,
I'm finding that out, yeah. That's probably the best thing to sell that. I mean, everything's been good, but that's been those 3 metrics. Simplify the shit out. Yeah, stop trying to do everything. Just do the things that are going to move the needle the most right now.
That's it. Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, like, I forget this comes natural to me because we do this every day. But, sorry, this comes natural to me, but like I need to remember that you and everybody else is a busy business owner, confused, don't know who the fuck to trust, listening to like 20 different people talking in their ear about marketing.
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, well, let me try this, or let me try this, let me try this, because nobody, first of all, has taken the time to get to know you. Nobody has taken the time to build trust with you, and nobody has taken the time to tell you and to build enough trust so that you trust them to be able to say, hey, man, like, this is bullshit. Just like when you go into a supplement store and before you trust a person, you think all these other things. Oh, I'm just gonna like work out like for 2 weeks and I'm gonna get huge and I'm gonna take all this supplement, and then the person tell you, no, it's not like that. It's gonna take you 6 months. But you need to trust that person to believe that. So, same thing. Yeah. So I think that's why if you guys are a client, and if you guys are not a client, become a client. But if you're not really a client, come to the monthly accountability calls. That's why we have them. I also need to get accountable. My goal for this month was 1,000 touch points. Last month I think I did like 400. This month I think I'm higher, but I don't think I've crossed like 700. But still, I know I'm failing, but I know that that's my goal. And I know that this Thursday, end of the month, last Thursday of the month, when I show up to the call, other people are going to hear that Armand failed. I don't want them to hear that Armand failed. Your goal is going to be getting more people to convert, to getting more leads through the door, getting more people to show up because of what you're going to do, and then converting them more into memberships. So by next time, when we talk in a month, you need to know those metrics, you need to know them, and then you need to tell me, I'm going to improve it by X amount. And then we're going to come and you're going to tell me, did you do it or no? I think that's a lot of the things that we need. I think one of the things we learned at the summit is that I think like basically I need to take responsibility. People like to be led. Like I want someone to lead me in areas that I'm weak at. I am weak at, I don't know, like fitness. I am weak at a lot of things. I don't know, like relationships, probably. Relationship, not dating, not relationship, like dating. I need to be led there. Some people are weak on marketing, but you need someone to someone to lead you. You need someone to lead you. Not someone to kind of like tell you, oh yeah, this is what you can do. Go. Like here's where we're going, here's what we're doing, here's the plan. You are leading your business. You can't be leading everything. You know? So I think personally one thing I have to work on more is like we need to be the leader that our clients are looking for. We need to be the marketing leader. They don't know what's best. They're all day working, doing other things. They're relying on us to come up with the best plan for them with their best intention in mind, you know. Same for you and for people that come get some beauty done.
They're looking at us to lead that into what results they're looking for. I think that comes too from, you look at people on Instagram, social media, their personal brands, and I know it's their highlight reel. I know it's their, that's the best of the best. That's all of that. But it's hard not to compare yourself to go, hey, I'm not doing everything I should be doing.
Here's Derek. Here is my realization. So, from a huge failure, like in between 2021 and 2022, for like a year and a half, I was around a lot of the wrong types of entrepreneurs. Even though I was an architect, like also I was part of other groups, and it was all about business owners that I relied on, teaching of business, and then right as we were kind of learning from them, their business was going bankrupt. They were teaching us business. That was happening.
Yeah.
And people saying that they were big shots and they had nothing going on. So like nothing going on in their lives. And so I think at some point I like live like, especially, I mean, I've had so many fields, like, I've been part, just like you being part of bad agencies, I've also been part of bad partnership where I pay a lot of money, nothing ever happened. But they were flashy, they said all the right things. And so at some point I was like, fuck all of you guys, fuck Instagram. The only people I'm gonna pay attention to are real business owners with like real businesses, real employees. Like when I see someone on Instagram, like when I see someone on Instagram saying anything, my alarms in me as a marketer instantly go up. I trust someone with a brick and mortar 1,000 times more than an Instagram whatever, 1,000 times more, because I know he has employees, he has a building, he has something going on. What do you know about this Instagram person? So all I'm saying is like I think 90%. I think you need to start thinking about that. 99% of those people are fake. Like Instagram people, even like Twitter, it's 99% fake. Like who do you like other than Ed and Andy and like 5 other people? Who else is legit? Like seriously, who else is legit? Nobody. You think about it, like I'm not. People might think that I'm exaggerating, but not really. I don't think I'm exaggerating. So stop looking at shit that doesn't exist, of people that think that they, portray this life and portray this shit, and then, all is that you have all these employees, you have great people, you have a great wife, you have 3 kids, and you're doing your best, and that's it. Like, people's marriages are falling apart, they're negative, or they're taking loans. There's all this shit going on behind the Instagram. Yeah. That you don't always see. You think that it's easier for them or they're no, like it's all fake. I don't really have.
What do they have that I don't have?
Yeah.
What are they doing different?
No, nothing, dude. It's just all these people. Yeah. Not real. Not that's all. And show me your like it's just I'm sorry, that's it. Show me your employees. Like if you just say someone to talk someone, show me your employees. Like you without like if they have a virtual assistant and another person, it's a red flag to them. It's a red flag. Why do you have like one person? Where's your team of people?
Yeah.
Are you just like coaching people for 50K, 100K and then pocketing all that money? So I think that's it.
Yeah, and you mentioned that a lot too. The coaches, the people online, but that
what there is not enough of? Business owners saying, "Hey, this is what I struggle with. Hey, this is what I was, this is what I'm trying to figure things out because, and who people will relate to? People like you.
that host authentic.
Like I struggle. I mean, like you see, I don't know if you see my Facebook post. Like I struggle with. I laugh at myself sometimes. Like I'm a marketing expert and I don't have time to find me a wife. That's funny. I think that's fun.
We gotta do more ads.
I gotta do Google ads, man. Like, where's my strategy? No freaking strategy. That's what's going on. But no, I'm working on it now. But like, what else? Like, I call myself a marketing expert. We don't even have an email marketing list. Like, we don't even email market. Stupid, retarded. We're still growing. Marketing expert. We sell websites, but our website is 3 years old. So, but I think I know that my heart is in the right place, and I think I'm not like I think I've given up on trying to look perfect. I think that's kind of like anything before and after. I've given up trying to look perfect, trying to impress people, because it's hurt me so much to believe in those people that are trying to believe with my money and my time, probably time worse.
Yeah.
That all these people that are trying to make it look perfect are freaking are even worse. So, I mean,
that's one thing I actually envy that I need to emulate is your posts. Like I would never assume that a post from my hotel room, just talking real quick, laying on the bed, you didn't do makeup, you didn't shave, you didn't, make sure you were wearing your best suit, you had the best lighting, you didn't make sure all those things were in place because it had to be perfect and showy. And those videos, all in your posts, you're embarrassed by your posts. They're they're authentic. You didn't stage anything, you didn't set anything up. You just, okay, go, get the thing going, let's go. And then you moved on. And I think those are the best because that's human interaction. That's not, what is he trying to sell? What's he trying to say to me? Like, there's got to be something to this, or you wouldn't put this much, whatever the word is, theatrics into this. It's just, he literally just picked his phone up and started filming. He's got a booger hanging out of his nose, but it doesn't matter because the information is good. So I think keep doing that. Very curious, my opinion, but because I don't. If it was theatric, I wouldn't watch it. I would skip right by it. So, because it's planned. It's not from the heart. It's not authentic. It's scripted. Yeah. So, that part I'm going to try to do more of.
Yeah.
But your main points, I think, those 3 metrics and just focusing on staying laser focused on the things that are going to drive as opposed to saying, hey, that's shiny, let's see if that works. My list right here says marketing to try. And there's 10 things on it. Because that's marketing on how to try it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why don't we just use the one we're using and focus on that and get it to work the way it should? Instead of just going, now let's try this now, let's try that now, let's waste money over here, let's waste money over here.
Yeah, absolutely. To be transparent again, I don't think you will ever, you don't ever figure it out, or you don't ever arrive. I believe that. But also, I think I posted this quote a while back, which is the following. I said, I said no to self. So I was telling myself, I was like, no to self. Until you don't figure out how to turn $1 of advertising into $2 of profit, you will be a slave to external circumstances. You will be a slave to external circumstances. All of us. And whether we like to admit it or not, that is the truth. What do the biggest brands in the world do? They pour money, they get money back, they pour it back into advertising again, creates a cycle, they keep growing, they keep acquiring clients, and they freaking scale and turn into Uber. Yeah, but we don't need to have Uber money. We do need to figure out how to turn $1 into $2. Because that is basically the formula for speed. How we figured out that, I think we're close. Personally as a business, we're close. We have done something like that before. But I think we're still on our way. But the moment Allure Infinite Beauty gets a lead and predictably spends $1,000 and predictably brings $2,000 net profit back, then you pour that money back again.
No, it's 2 at 4.
You pour money back again. You predictably get more clients, predictably hire more people, predictably buy more equipment, predictably do all these things. And because you and most businesses don't have that predictability, we are slaves to external circumstances. There's things happening, but if you have your lead generation figured out, you would be like, okay, how much money can I find? How much money can I get? How much, one of our clients fired us, and, I hope this happens more, but one of our clients fired us because he couldn't hire lawyers fast enough. It's I'm getting cases, getting them to my lawyers are saying, I'm done, I can't, too much work. And I think he finally hired somebody We may start like in November, back again September, something like that. Set. But figuring out that formula is one of the most remarkable things you can do in marketing, I think. For you, for me, for everybody else out there. You figure that formula out, and it's worth the pursuit. Because what happens if you figure it out in paid? When you figure out that formula with paid ads, when you get an organic lead, it's going to be 10 times easier. You know, it's going to be 10 times easier to convert them. But now you are hoping and praying for referrals, or we are all, you know, I'd love to get referrals, I'd love to get this, I'd love to get that. No, you figure out how to have the right inputs to have the right outputs. When you figure that out, it doesn't necessarily need to be marked like paid advertising. It could be, I reach out to, I send 1,000 mailers and I get this amount of people booking to come on, whatever it is. But figuring that formula out will be kind of the solution for everything in the marketing space. Once you figure that out, like that's it. You're now not like you own your destiny. You want to stay at this level because you like it, it's comfortable, and you're happy with this lead flow you're getting. Great. You want to scale infinitely? Yes, you can. We know the formula. But now you don't know. We don't know the formula. So you got to figure out the formula. And once you do, it'll be incredible. It'll be incredible. And it may take a while. It may take like tens of thousands of dollars. It's not going to be immediate. I want to tell people because it's the truth. But once you figure that formula out, and Alex Ramosi says, whenever it gets hard, I don't think, oh, how hard is it for me? I think my competitors will also have to go through this. And I'm going to fucking outlast it.
Yeah, that's huge.
What was it that you said, Derek, at our meeting that one time? Was it buffalo, not sheep?
Yeah. I pushed the buffalo quite a bit. Cows, but yeah, in the store. Yeah, when things are hard, you don't look at them as hard. You look at them as no one else is going to be able to follow me. And that's when you push, and that's when you deflate it. So I think maybe that's the most important thing you said today, is once you figure out the formula, I would have no problem. If I'm going to spend $1,000, get X amount, but it's predictable, I'm going to find $100,000 to do the same thing because I know that it's predictable. So yeah, we'll get to that.
It may take years, but it's going to be worth it. Like, just like business, it may take years. Yeah. But it's going to be worth it. Yeah, or months. Or months, or hopefully months.
Days, who knows? I mean, right?
Now that I'm sorry for replying, hopefully sooner. Can you imagine if shit goes down after me coming here? You'd be like, get out of here.
No.
But it's exciting. No, I don't think you will, because there's too much data that I noticed that we, okay, so takeaways for me. Yeah, I mean, like small thing. I mean, like it's just very. I'm telling you, like, and this is not. Some people would like to say, "Oh, I'm awesome," and like, no, like I look into the process you guys have for a while. You guys call the first day, call the second day, call the third day, and then text, something like that. If I'm no mistake, I was like, well, why don't you call and text the first day, call and text the second day, call and text the third day? And actually, matter of fact, why don't you? The first day is the most important anyway. Why don't you call 3 times? And that was, I mean, that's a small tweak, but I think that'll be very, very significant. We'll see. We can let it check back.
Call how many times? 3. You have to say, okay.
So now it's being one.
Well, they don't have to text now because we set that automated.
You set up some automation. Okay. So if you guys want to know how much this 1-day consultation costs, DM me. It's not cheap. But otherwise, yeah, I think there's lots of opportunity there.
Yeah, I agree.
Something else you want to add?
You know, it's amazing. No, I there's nothing else to add. Just think I'm very grateful for you coming out here. I think for you being able to see the industry too, it's going to help both of us a lot.
my goal is to, when we scale right a lot.
Exactly. Likewise.
The master at adding value and, and then having the heart behind it. So I am grateful for that. And I needed this too. I needed this text. I needed a fire. I needed something, because you can only do things within these walls for so long before you get burnt out. And I think it's just reignite some passion and reignite some fire. Even if that's all it was, it'd still be worth it. So, but I think with this, we got a good plan, we got a good strategy, we got a lot of good nuggets too of things to say. Hey, like you said, if this is the only thing you told me was just focus.
Yeah.
Work that first muscles.
3 numbers. Yeah.
And just keep working those 3 metrics. That will become predictable. And when this is a hero story, and when this is hey, here's where I was, and then I started working with Arev, and I started working with Armand and his team, and it's already been great. I just know that it's going to be better and better and better. So, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, the data speaks for itself too. So,
yeah, I think the most important thing is that we give each other grace. Now that we trust each other, we give each other grace.
I trust you till today.
I'm just kidding. That's good. Okay, yeah, I think people just give up too soon, Derek. I think people just give up too soon. In everything, but in the marketing too, it adds too. You give up too soon. So I think the sooner, I'm just telling this to my team now, and any other provider, like any product where you lead people to a transformation, one of the biggest things that can happen is that they give up too soon. And so we need to build that trust, that care, so that they know that no matter what, we got their back. I got your back no matter what. We need to stop this. I don't know. I don't remember if it was something at the beginning. Something at the beginning. I already told you something. I don't remember. I think the same Giovanni or something. I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember now. But anyway. Basically, we were the first agency to explain to you everything on the back end, right?
Yeah.
Everything that was going on in the back end. Others would be like, hey, don't, or they were telling you, right? What were they telling you before?
So they were saying, hey, just do what we say. Don't worry about it. Even though the data looks terrible, even though, even using some of the same programs, it was me needing to know how it was working. Why does it work this way? So I knew what was going on, and I wasn't getting any of that. I wasn't getting any feedback from any of it, and I think maybe that's another reason why we quit early on some of them too, was because knowing that this data was coming in and it wasn't matching with their referrals and their 5-star reviews and their testimonials were saying. It was more that I'm like, well, these guys said they made $50,000 the first month. That's what your video testimonial said on your thing, and we're using them and we're making nothing. I'm actually losing $15,000. It's like, what's going on? And there was never explanations. It was just, no, you got good time. And that was it, because there's only time for it. It was just like, there was just a number. And so I think it's helped a ton with you even just explaining to me, hey, what is A/B testing? What is this? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You got to give the process some time or whatever. So that was, to me, I was like, okay, cool. I'm willing to do that because I understand it now. You give more of a why behind it. I'm cool with. But there has been, I can't remember, I know what you're talking about. There has been things where I'm like able to stop spending money in certain areas because I know we've got to handle it over here. So, yeah.
Did he tell you to put more money into my paycheck?
Yeah, twice.
The thing is,
Twice he said to put more money in your paycheck every week. And then, so.
I think I'm not listening.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I mean,
as far as video goes, I just kind of recap as far as what we've done with ad strategy or any of that. How are leads going on the front too, in your opinion, as far as how are phone calls being made? And
I think you have a good team. I think we just need better systems and follow up and tracking. And again, like you also have like people like Ashley stay super on top of it, but she can't like coming here has helped me realize that it's not like she needs like just hanging around like laying down all day, but also some shit is not being done. Now, where is the disconnect? The disconnect is maybe lack of prioritization, and more support on our end too, that we could take responsibility, So I just think that it's like just coming closer together, helping each other more, having more heart-to-heart conversations. Like whenever something is not going well, you tell me. Whenever something is not going well on my end, I tell you, hey, if your team is not booking enough, I need to tell them that.
yeah,
I need to have those heart-to-heart conversations with you guys as well, because this is a partnership or a marriage in this case, and if you are not pulling your weight on your end, I can't make magic on my end either.
yeah.
So
And I can't expect that.
So it's also that on our end. I mean, I one of our biggest issues is not. People are going to listen to this. This dude is filled with issues that but one of our biggest issues is that people think that we can do magic. We can't do magic. If you don't put content out there, you don't freaking follow up in the leads, call the leads, be aggressive with them, show off to the coaching, accept the coaching, like follow up, So sometimes we need to have those heart-to-heart conversations and say, we need to stop because we don't want to keep spending your money. You're not going to do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
And so we've had that conversation with one of our chiropractors like a month ago. It was like, yeah, I apologize completely on my end, but you have to have those conversations because we're not here to, just get people in money every month. We're here to just help them advance their businesses out. And the one final thing I'll tell you, because these are all things I'm learning as I'm going. I think, and Ed talks about this, we are not in the marketing business, we are in the happiness business, just like McDonald's is in the happiness business. So ultimately, yes, our goal is to help Allure Pro and Allure, but it's also to help Allure be in a position and Derek being in a position, and Derek and Brittany being in a position where they feel amazing as human beings. And I think we need to do more of that for clients. Is like great, you're marketing, this is what's going on, but marketing is like this tiny thing of your whole thing that you need a friend. I think people need a friend. I think people need someone they care about that they can rely on their growth. We are not the Google, Facebook ads person. We are a friend and a partner on their growth, period. It also happens to be marketing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing. But if your dream is to start a YouTube channel, grow your brand, if your dream is to have one big location, well, there's so many other things that we should be paid. Like, for example, one of our clients had a book launch, and if we helped promote his book launch, but if I knew freaking 2 weeks before, which if I paid enough, so I paid attention a week before, or 3 days before. But if I knew a month ago, I should have been like, hey dude, let's do a plan together on how to do your best book launch ever.
Yeah.
Is that Facebook ads or Google ads? No. That is, hey, I'm trying to grow my brand, trying to grow my business, I'm trying to do all these things. And you can also rely on me to help you grow these other areas that you want to grow on. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that will differentiate us, and it's slowly differentiating us over everybody else. And I think that's super important. Derek, what we've done basically with a one day consultation. Tell people what was your experience today with the one day consultation?
So in my experience today, it's hard to even put into words just the gratefulness behind all of it. But I mean, just having Armand out for a day, going through our systems, our internal marketing, touching on points that I didn't even know existed in some spans, putting forth some new strategy, some more focus to just get more laser focused instead of looking at, I guess, the shiny things around me. Giving me a new perspective, giving my team a new perspective, even to the point where identifying certain people who actually need to take on different roles and be in charge of different things, pointing out, and being vulnerable, like just pointing out weaknesses of my own, pointing out weaknesses of some parts of the team, of saying, hey, you need to stop doing that thing and you need to let that person take charge, or you need to do more of this because this is actually what's hurting even just that marketing side of your business. So the whole day, I mean, it goes by fast, but it has so much information packed in it. It is so valuable that I know this is one of those days you look back on and you say, that was the day that everything kind of pivoted. That was the day that, granted, that's the day that all the hard work started, but that's what it takes, and his commitment and my commitment to each other to make this happen is there too. So it's not just hey, I'm going to come out and show you your thing, I'm going to leave. It's, hey, I'm going to come out, we're going to make a plan, and then we're going to follow up with that commitment over and over and over and over. And here's how we're going to do that, because we're not going to let you fail in this marketing space. And so that has been extremely valuable. Or you can barely put price on it, to where I know this is going to be 10x what it has been, just based on that one day of absolute immersion. So thank you.
So what do you have to say to people who may consider doing a one day consultation with us?
I'd say if it's something you can do, or if it's even something that, hey, you know what, you maybe don't think you need to. I learned more than I ever thought I needed to. I got more information about my internal systems, external, the why behind everything, the delegation. I got more involved in all of that than I ever even knew that I didn't know that I didn't know. That was pointed out to me. It's going to take me to the next level, for sure. So I would say to you, anyone that's even thinking about it, if you can do it, if you can afford it, if you can find a way to, it's an investment. It's a huge investment in the business, but the amount of value you're going to get out of it is worth way more. And it'll be worth more. It'll be worth an unimaginable amount in the future that you can only look back on and say, hey, that was the day that things started to turn around. We figured it out. So, and you're not going to have a better team work with you throughout and do the follow-up and care about you as much and care about your business as much. You just won't. I've had 4 other companies. You won't find it. So thank you again. That's what I would say.
And the most important thing is what happens after I leave. After I leave, you guys can go back to normal. Nothing ever happened. Yeah, all this is amazing, but we established a plan of action. We established clear accountability on you, your key team players, and what they're supposed to do. We will internally email you some homework. And finally, more importantly, we recorded the whole thing. So we will give you and your team, as the last kind of gift to you, the ability to go back and rewatch this. Like, I pointed out so many holes and things but then I also simplified it into like, hey, this is things that, like, these are the biggest rocks that you can focus on that will make the biggest impact. But also I pointed out things as we were going through things that are like, it's not only being hey, this is your 90-day plan. I think this is your next 365-day plan now. And you can go back, watch it, re-listen to it as many times as you need. You're going to have the recording, the replay. So, and more importantly, we're going to check in every 2 weeks for a set amount of time making sure that these metrics improve in the company, making sure that everything gets done, making sure the right people are empowered to make the changes. And with that, I don't have a doubt that things will get better.
Yeah, there will be updates. So I'm looking forward to the follow-up. I'm looking forward to the work. But this is a robust plan. So
thank you so much.
thanks, man. Appreciate it.